Going live on my okay, we are live. Good evening, everybody. This is Chris Marcel with Health and Wellness Company, and I am with Yola. I don't even know how to say Mania?
Manaya.
Manaya. Okay, I
Manaya,
knew the other
yes,
last name, but yeah,
yes,
that's funny. Okay, so we are
yes.
live on my Facebook page, and we're also live on Let's Talk Health. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little introduction before I have Yola come on. And number one, if
Uh-huh.
you're watching this live, thank you for being on. And if you're watching it on the replay, make sure you put drop in a five that you for a virtual high five that you see us, and let us know you're here. Yola is originally from Lebanon. Didn't have an easy beginning in this world. So she was abducted at 14 and forced to marry a man 20 years her senior. I can't even say that without getting the chills. And she was abducted from Lebanon and forced to live in Antigua with, she didn't even speak English at the time. She was held captive as a wife, a teenage mother until she escaped and started her journey to the US. She does have a book about her journeys and stuff. It's SUMANOUR.com. And I think you can get it through, can you get it on Amazon also? Or we'll,
I
we'll,
kinda I kinda pulled it out and I'm gonna put it back on again pretty
okay, but
soon.
we'll be able to put that information when we repost this in our different groups too. But she does have a book about her journey. It's very gut wrenching, heart wrenching, and but the nice thing about it is that she's been able to go from poverty, abuse, lack of education to learning a college degree. She established herself as a long-time career as a dental hygienist, proud American, and a homeowner. But that was not enough for her to be. Okay. Yola continued on her journey and listened to her inner guidance and became a certified empowerment coach, a certified Qigong teacher, and through her studies in quantum physics, she turned her energies into coffee cup readings as another tool to help others heal their pain. Yola has also been able to remove shame, hate, anger, blame, and turned it into peace, joy, unconditional love, and inner peace. I have personally watched Yola. I got to meet her many years, about probably at least 6 years ago. But I personally watched her walk through one of the hardest things. Oh, I'm sorry, one of the hardest things anybody could possibly do, and that was going through the death of her daughter on October 14th, 2020. And yet she's still able to shine the light in others and share her journey and help others come to the other side. Knowing and seeing Yola, you would not know what she's been through. She's always happy. She's always loving nature. She's always has a big soul. You can see her aura. It's always bright and shiny. And it's my pleasure to be to have her on tonight. I'm sorry, I didn't know that. And also to have her as a friend, because friends are few and far between. So, good evening, Yola.
Hi, thank you. That is so sweet. uh, that is uh,
Yes.
shocking to me too. It's scary to me too. Sometimes I wonder how the heck I went through all this. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
You know. But
Yeah.
thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for doing this, and Yola is, again, what we're focusing on more is being more of an empowerment coach and helping and healing others. Uh, Yola does these coffee cup readings, and I don't understand. But she's volunteered or is willing to go through the coffee cup reading with me tonight. And I kind of feel kind of special about that. And through that, we'll have some questions, or I'll be able to ask her some questions and stuff like that. And you'll be able to also find her through, I'm going to have some banners going along the bottom. Okay. So, Yola, you want to explain a little bit of how you got involved in this? And.
Yes, I was in my coaching program still, and at the end of it, and I had to take quantum physics, and I was really, I couldn't get in the book in the beginning. It sounded a bit hard, but as I got into it, oh my gosh, I was so excited with the energy, learning how things happen in life, and how we connected. And so I was so excited, and I said, I don't want to listen to the past and what people went through. I want something to help find where people are stuck and help them move on. And the answer come to my head, coffee cup reading. I'm thinking, coffee cup reading? How? I don't know how to do that, you know. But then at the same time, I'm a professional. I'm a dental hygienist. How can I go and do coffee cup reading, you know? And it took me a while to really, and certain things happen to show me, you know, like a little stuff that happened that to show me that this is what I need to do. So I went on Facebook and I said, free coffee cup reading. I had 107 women put their name. And I went like this, up and down, closed my eyes and put my finger on one name, and it was a lady in Canada, you know. And so, and then I said, how am I going to do the reading from here to Canada? So the answer was, you just study the quantum physics, channel the energy. And I'm thinking, wow, I can channel energy. I'm like, wow, how am I gonna do that? So, so this is what I do. I let's do it together because this coffee cup is gonna be for you, you know. So what I do, usually I get on the phone because I can see people and look at them and still do a reading. But if I'm doing like an hour reading, I prefer not to see the people. This way I can go really deep into the reading. I can get more deeper. The physicality kind of get in the middle of it, you know. So so when I listen to people, I feel their energy, and I have them close their eyes with me and take a 3 deep breaths, like they know who I am. They know my face, so from Facebook usually, you know, and you just take a deep breath and blow it out right here. The picture and it coming to my eye chakra. And we're gonna do this together 3 times. Okay, let's start. Okay, you ready?
Yes, I am.
And usually I turn it upside down and I put it to dry for a bit. So, and I'll continue a little bit talking about that lady and the first coffee cup reading. And I don't know what I'm doing, but the minute I looked in the cup, I am like, wow, I could see things, you know. So this lady, I have to wait for the cup to dry. So we'll talk a little bit while it dry. So the lady said to me, she said, Yola, this just happened with me. How do you know about this? I didn't even get the chance to tell anybody. So I said to myself, wow, I have the gift, you know? So I do have the gift. And things start to come to my mind from my childhood because there are certain things that happen that I just knew ahead of time. I was little girl, 5, 6 years old, and will tell my mother, but then my mother was mad at that. She was mad at me. This is, you're not gonna say nothing to me about that no more. And I shut it down, you know. And it is funny that at an older age, after I went through hell up and down, back and forth, and anyhow you can look at it, and here it opened up for me. This is a gift I was born with. I could see, I could feel, and through my feeling, whatever is in the cup, it helped me see deeper of what is going on. So we all have gifts, right? We
Yes.
all have gifts, and those gifts are so powerful. The only thing, the gift kind of come to the surface when um, the gift come to the surface when we heal. We have to heal. I cannot, if I'm not healed, then I'm coming from good energy. I'm only gonna read the cup with bad energy. My energy, the way if it is negative, I'm only gonna advise you to do the negative stuff, or not even advise you, gonna tell you so gonna happen, but that's not good. But for me, I take the cup and I turn it around, and I have people look at where they are stuck and turn it around so it can be better. It is all about us, right, Chris? It's all
Yes, yeah,
about
yeah,
us.
and yeah, and again, sometimes we don't even know we're stuck.
We don't even know, no, and it is so beautiful. I was at the fair, and if people are on here on Facebook now, and they are a part of
No,
our part of the area and here where we live. It is. I will be on the 26th at the Art and Craft Fair in of Culver, of by the
the
Senior
Greater
Center.
Palm Bay Senior Center on
Yes, yeah, I will
Culver.
be there. Yes.
Okay.
And I do like a 20 minutes or half an hour reading, because we really don't have time to do an hour reading. But it's a short one. People will get to know me. And for 20 minutes or half an hour, you get enough info to really see where you're stuck and how to
Right,
move
and you
on.
can also locally meet with them, like, you do like to go into the woods, I know that.
Do yes, I mean we can meet in different places,
Right,
if they want to do
parks and
a
stuff.
reading face
Uh-huh,
to face. Yes,
right.
yes. And this is something I really like. I really enjoy doing, because I feel it really it help um, it help people. um, we all need a coach. We can't afford. Sometimes we don't want to go into what you call it,
Depression, counseling,
counseling.
well, yeah, it's
Counseling. It takes
coaching is different.
forever. Yeah,
Right,
it takes forever. You have to talk, and you go home. You're so depressed. No, coaching is no. We're not talking about the past. Let's see where you're stuck, so you can move the past and move on.
right. I think
So
of in the sports, they have a coach, they don't have a therapist. You know what I mean?
right,
Yeah,
right,
they're learning how to win the game, you know what I mean?
right,
And you have
and
somebody rooting for you and helping you along the way instead of just somebody pick,
yes.
pick, 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 pick,
Yes, and it
yeah,
is
yeah.
beautiful, because you need to learn to pick up your game, and your life game.
Mhm.
It's if we just know where we stuck sometime. Even I myself need help. Sometimes I I know things get very stressful, and I reach out to other coaches that I went to the same coaching program with, and we do help each other. We talk, we discuss, we help each other. It is really awesome. And even you, Chris, you with your you went through the grief too. It was a
Yeah,
little bit
we have
after.
a when we met, we found out we had a lot of things in common, and came through the other side. And basically, my background was cognitive psychology until I got certified as a hypnotherapist, and
Mhm.
did the NLP instead of going back to the childhood and stuff like that. Like kind of like your coffee cup reading, we
Yeah.
can take care of it now,
Now,
and
yes,
move forward. You know what I mean? But
yes,
yeah. Yeah,
yes,
I don't think it's by accident the people I've met in this lifetime, you know, that
yes,
yeah.
yes. I love it. I really love being around you,
Well, I
because
love you having
uh,
you around too.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, we don't see each other often, but I love being around you. You are upbeat, and you've been through a lot, and it's awesome. I love it when the energy is nice and positive. Then
Yes.
you
No
are.
negative energy allowed. Sorry.
Yes, yes, and it's so easy to mingle with people when it is positive energy. And I do have that positive energy. When I don't, I say I can't read for you now. We'll
Right.
have to wait.
Right.
I am not gonna. I don't read. Of course, I charge for my reading, but I don't do it for the money as much as helping others. This is the joy. This is the passion in it.
Right.
Okay, you have a tear, and I think you just shed a little tear when
When I introduced you.
you did, and that tear too. I mean, Dina too, so it is my daughter. So it is heartbreaking. Anyway, we're not gonna go there. But the tear came down, and it is like, um, okay, let's look at this. The bottom of the cup, the tear come down. When the tear come down, it bring it create a path. So I'm gonna look at that path, and I feel like you have someone, you have two people, uh, one person that is standing here. I think it is you, and you have another person with a younger one. This is in the bottom. This is the past. And that person, it's a lady because her hair is a little long, probably as long as my hair, and she is pulling the kid toward her, and you standing right there waiting for that kid, or maybe a kid or somebody younger to come to you. uh, but it seemed like even it has been this person is trying to run away, this kid. I don't know who is that. But it seemed like the tear you cried is not from introducing me. This is your own tear. This is a tear that happened with you, or it has been a long road for you with the stair, but it opened up, the road opened up, and it is finally you standing up straight, and that other kid is right in front of you, and it seemed like you guys are at the top, and the road is open, and there is light. It's like the sun is shining. Um, but there is still a little cloud in there. It is not all breakthrough. There is a little cloud. I'm gonna show you. You see how the tear went down
Oh,
into
wow. Oh,
into a
yeah.
line,
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and up there, look, it opened up. Okay, it
Mhm.
opened up, and you are on the side. You see how you are right here, standing
Okay.
down here,
Uh-huh.
and this child is in front of you, and you both going up that road. So it is like the road is going, it's clearing up, but there is something, this dark dot right here, something you're gonna go through. Um, it's not all cleared up, okay? There is a little something you guys gonna go through. Anyway, let's look at the other side. Now the bottom of the cup is totally, look, full of tears. Oh, Chris.
Hmm.
It is full of tears. Anyway, let's see if I like to look at the other side. Um, you have um, I think the dogs in here, long time ago, I did a reading, and you had plenty dogs in the cup.
Right. I
You
remember
have
that.
those dogs in here too, still. You have plenty dogs, not your own dogs, but it's like you standing right there, and all these dogs are around you. And I think maybe this is your business, right? Don't you have a
Well,
product
I've
with
been
the
yeah, I
dog?
have a product for the dogs. In the last dog show I was at, this woman I didn't even know brought her dog into my booth, and it was the dog's first show,
Uh-huh.
and I talked to the dog won. And
Oh my
she
gosh.
brought the dog back to me before every time she went into the ring, and
Uh-huh.
she was calling me the dog whisperer.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, which I do know I talk to animals, and animals talk to me.
Oh my gosh. So
So
this is a gift too.
it could be another little calling, and I think what you and, you know, and I don't know, I've not done this, but I think that little girl, it could you know my journey with my daughter, she had not talked to me for 4 years.
Oh,
And because
and the
my mother is the one that holds her back
oh,
from
this
having a
is it.
relationship with me, and she
This
showed
is
up the
it.
day Larry was dying the day Larry died, and we started moving forward and we stopped again. There's something there,
There
you
is
know?
something there. Yes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes,
That's
and it
interesting.
will clear. It will clear, but it
Yeah,
is there. I
it's
mean,
yeah.
you walked on the road together, and you both climbed so far up, and it was like a little shiny for a little bit, and then boom, that black dot is there, which is, I don't know what, there is an interruption, you know.
Mhm.
uh, but it will clear because
Well,
on your side is pretty clear. On the other side is there is lots going on, you know, lots of I don't know. She probably there is somebody holding her back,
mm,
something holding her back.
yeah, yeah, I know. I have a friend when I first moved to Florida when, 30 some odd years ago, uh, 37 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's how long we're friends. Margot was 9, Eric was
Well,
7, and she
mm-hmm.
told me that Margot can't love me until my mother passes over, and my mother's not going anywhere yet. But she has this
Yeah.
conflict of it's an inner loyalty that I feel that she goes through because my mother's a narcissist, and she treats my daughter like her daughter, and I'm the redheaded stepchild. You
And
know?
I see it here because the person behind her, she was coming forward, reaching out to you, and somebody right there pulled her back.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah, it's
you
things
know.
that she says, you know,
Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah, so
yeah,
it's a inner conflict and loyalty, but,
yeah.
I know what it is because I'm an empath, I'm intuitive, you know, and
Yes, yeah,
it's not my time, it's the universe time.
yeah, yeah.
Mm,
And here I see that you step in. You made a step already. You were standing in one ground and then one foot going to the other side, you know, a
mhm.
different place. So maybe you're doing two different things. Are you starting something in you?
No, I'm putting a lot of energy into my coaching program that I'm doing to do more social media with my business. I don't know if that has any,
Well, maybe that's it because you have a V sign in there. A V sign. You're going forward to it. The V sign is on the road where you're going, where you're moving forward, you know, with something in you. So, but uh, before you moved forward, you have this snake that wiggled with the letter M, wiggled like a letter M, and the head is up. And what I'm thinking, probably it is maybe your conscience mind. The M is a little magic. Maybe something you're doing something differently now. There is little magic in the air that you proceeding with differently. That snake is under a tree, and the tree has birds, has branches, has animals all over it. The trunk is bended. Okay. This is important. You need to listen to this one. The trunk is bended, so there is something that's painful still inside of you. Your trunk is you have animals, you have branches, there are no leaves. So there is something probably, um, and the tree is big, is huge. So maybe, I don't know, there is something you probably, maybe, now, if it is for me, I'll say love, love. No, I don't mean a man love, somebody new in your life, no. But I feel like maybe it is. We've been through so much. We really had hard time getting love. Our mothers, our kids, you know.
Well, and losing Larry was not, again, I had
It's
almost
not
20 years.
easy. It's not easy, yes. And so it made a curve, a bend in your trunk. And I think in here, you need to straighten it up. And maybe there is something else about the grief you need to
I don't think I'm
face.
done dealing with like, and again, this is a healing process, and we were talking about, healing through wellness, and I'm a firm believer on the thoughts we believe, the inside outside. This is a great tool because, um, and again, I know with the physical body, I am a survivor of gang rape, and I'm talking more about it. Yet,
Hmm.
that again, here he is. That would happen when I was 12 years old. I'm 68. Why is it still there? You know what I mean? But
Yes,
but
maybe this is it. Maybe there are certain
I
things,
was
like for me, I go back to my past and I'll say, why does this come up now? You
right.
know,
Someone
why?
told me I need to write a book on it. You know what I mean? That was write the book that I started. I have a title for it, like 10 years ago. I never wrote the book,
Wow.
but and again, with just to, to do that, it could be that. I don't know. Um,
I think it's sometime like when I wrote my book, I really, um, I, I kind of healed some
It's
stuff that,
cathartic. It's cathartic.
yes,
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 it's yeah, yeah,
yes,
it's very cathartic to do it.
yes,
Just like I had my business book and I didn't want that to be be known as, "Oh, Chris who survived rape." No, that's not what I want. Just like your story in a sense, like you went through hell and back, but you're a healer. And I want people to know like you do that you're
yes,
here to help heal people because you have healed. Okay.
right.
I'm here to help people, okay, on the physical, mental, and spiritual, just like you are, and use some of the other tools because it doesn't have to be supplements, but sometimes supplements help. Because I do know that if something's going on,
Supplement does help. I'll tell you, we have to talk about this after the coffee cup reading.
okay, yeah.
Supplement do work, and sometimes we resist so much. That's really uh, um, not good for us, and I don't know why we resist. I resisted for a long time, and I think I'm like, oh my gosh, what is happening with me? I feel like my life it just took a total different energy form. I'm so excited. I'm like, I feel like a 20-year-old again. Well, we'll talk about that after. But uh, in here, this is another pass. And now we go through so much. This is Larry in here, and you are behind him trying to make him stand. This is in the past, okay? And of course, you went through the grief and whatever, but right now you're standing up strong and you coming out of it. He is behind you, but he is his back is he's moving away. So that means the grief is we always gonna grieve, but I think he's happy you moving to an area that there is no cloud above you. I wanna show you. Look at you.
Hmm.
See where you're standing?
Okay, yeah.
This is him, but he's walking this way, right? and
Right.
he's happy now. Now he's gonna leave because right here there is no coffee. You see how white it is?
Yes.
You
Uh-huh.
have two spots, two
Uh-huh.
spots, and you moving out of a lot of. This year is a good year for you. You moving out of uh, whatever happened. I mean, we
Right.
all moving forward, but for him, he's happy that you are there. You breaking a wall. You
Okay.
see, you
Mm-hmm.
see where you are, right in front of you is like there is a wall, right?
Right. Uh-huh.
Yeah, right here. Sorry, I can't go backward, but you break in. It's like you have one this little line, and maybe this is the tree. This is something that you need to write a book. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You need to write it. So whatever is, you worked on yourself a lot, but maybe writing the book, boom, will do it. And you don't need to publish it, but if you don't want to, but it will be great to write a book like that. You know how many women go through stuff like we went through?
Well, 1 out of 5 women and 1 out of 7 men, and that was the studies 20 years ago, or 15 years ago. So it could even be more, because again, we don't talk about these things.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like like the other product that we just had come. We don't talk about our body changes and stuff like that. So it's lots of things. Lots of things. Right.
Nobody talk about this stuff. But I have to tell you, when I was 5 years old, I um, I used to have my guide. I used to see him. He'll come to me and tell me stuff to tell my mother because nothing bad. It's just to be careful of this, be careful of that. And one time he came to me and he said, "Tell her to tell our neighbor." She had the twin girls. They were 2 years older than me. Tell her to tell the mother, I think Mariam, her name, to watch for her daughter. And my mother was so mad, so mad. She put me to face the wall. She put me on my knees for an hour.
Oh,
She
good.
doesn't want me to talk about this or ever tell her anything. Is not, I think it was or 2 weeks or 2 months. I don't remember because I was too little. The girl died.
Oh, wow.
And everybody in the village, nobody know why she died. seven
Oh,
years old.
wow.
So once I say, probably because I healed and my heart chakra healed, with all the grief, all the pain, all the stuff I went through. My throat chakra opened up so I can do readings. And
Right.
once your heart chakra open up, your throat chakra open up, you start to speak up, then your eye chakra open up. And when I start to do this, all this stuff happened. And I said, well, okay, now I like to know what happened and I like to see what happened. So the thing that came to my mind, close your eyes and you will see. Well, when I closed my eyes, her dad was a drunk
Oh.
and he raped her, 7 years old. And he put his hand, because 7 years old, little, and his hand is so big, he put it over her face, not to wake up nobody, because they lived with his parents, right? So he covered her face and she died. I
Oh,
saw it right in front of my eyes. It is horrible. It's
yeah.
horrible, you
Wow.
know? So a lot of people go through so much and we don't even know. Um, let's not talk about this. It is horrible. Mhm.
Well,
Let-
yeah, yeah, you're very intuitive. Definitely like you said, you have a gift.
I do have a gift, and I have to tell you, you have a cage. You have a cage, and the door opened up, and you flew out of that door, right? You standing up. You flew out of it away, way back. And you standing up, and you standing up wearing a dress, and the dress is light. It's light energy, but your head doesn't show. The head is out of the cup. You're not thinking there no more. You let it go, everything gone, and your head is out of the cup, which means you out of the box, totally out of the box. You're not thinking about what happened and this and that no more. You're not in a cage no more. You are free. You are totally free. And your head is way out of the box. I love it. I think it is good because that tell me you are ready for whatever you're doing to expand because right in front of you, look at it. Uh, look. Uh, I'm so bad backward.
That's okay.
Okay, look, this is the cage. You are out, but look at you. You're wearing a dress all the way
You could
up.
take a picture of this too and send it to me.
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, you totally. But then look, it is here
Uh-huh.
behind you and in front of you is all clear. That mean whatever you had out of the box with, whatever you're moving on forward with, it is gonna be great. Something new is coming. It's things are clearing up.
Yeah,
It
I
is
know that. I know
something
that. I'm feeling better. I didn't want to talk to many people. It's the mourning process. It's going to be 18 months since Larry's gone, and then the dogs and stuff like that. But
I
I
know.
also, believe it or not, I have a sense of freedom.
You do, don't you?
Yeah, yeah, I
I,
have a sense of freedom,
this is it.
and I don't like to say that, but I do have a sense of freedom, you know?
It is sad as much as it is sad. It is, and I feel guilty when I say that because um, oh, it's so hard to talk about the grief. I think we
Right.
really need to talk about the
Yeah,
grief,
yeah, uh-huh.
help other women feel what they're feeling.
Mhm.
Because especially. Like with me, it is so difficult. I was always worried about her,
Oh, I
always
know. Yeah,
worried.
you did.
I can't
I
believe
remember.
I was so worried and it is so painful,
Right.
and
Mhm.
so many things happen. When you are a drug addict, you really bring your parents down,
Oh,
yourself
yeah,
and your parents.
you affect a lot of people
You
unless you can get
affect
clean
a
this,
lot
yeah,
of
at
people.
least 5 people are affected by the alcoholic or the addict's behavior, you know what I mean? And they're
Yes.
oblivious because they're numb, yeah, there is a sense of freedom, and I think along with that is a feeling of guilt because, why should I feel so free? You know what I
This
mean?
is it. This
Yeah,
is exactly what I've been feeling.
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
that feeling of, oh, I don't know what to do with myself now because I'm not worried about the rest of the
exactly. I
kids.
feel
They're
good. Yeah,
doing
I'm
good.
laughing. Yeah, I'm not. And again, there was many times, even though Larry wasn't sick, there's many times I'd come home and he'd be sleeping or taking a nap, and I'm wondering, is he dead? You know what I mean? Yeah, you always, because again, it was such a good, it was, you always want, for me, I had a
You
good
always
relationship.
worry.
And I'm
Yes, yeah.
always, you always thinking, how long is this going to last? You know what I mean? He's not getting any younger. He was 80 years old, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So,
He
and
didn't even look it,
he didn't look and he didn't act it, but the last year he started getting old, you know what I mean? He started getting tired, whatever. But you wouldn't know it. But again,
Yeah.
so you always when you're in a relationship or you have people in your life that you're concerned about and you're not quite sure what they're doing, we tend, because we're empath and because we give, we
You
tend to
feel
think of
it.
them what we feel. We
You
feel what they're feeling without them telling us what they're feeling.
I know. It's
So
so funny that we really talked about this because I couldn't talk about this to nobody.
right.
Even, I mean, I'll sit and cry so many times when I am alone.
Mhm.
But that feeling of, you
Yeah,
know,
it's a sigh of relief. It's a sigh of relief, and it's okay because I had the privilege of watching my dad pass over, and I saw his spirit leave his body. So I
hmm
know there's another place.
yeah,
I
there
mean,
is
there's
definitely.
and whether we keep coming back to relive this life, a life so that we can, live out the karma, be a better person, I believe in that too.
I do believe that too.
We were probably, we have a relationship. If we ever did our chart, astrology chart, we'll probably see that we've had many lives together. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? you
That's
know,
so
you
true.
know, but
Because you don't just connect, you meet the people, but
no,
you don't just connect with somebody
we're
just
both
like
old souls. We both want to help. We both want to heal. We like the peace, the journey that you've been on, the havoc that was in our youth and the craziness. And now we want peace. And through using the different tools to help, because even just this short little bit, and I know you're not quite done with the coffee cup, but I know that, you do Qigong and you also do, you do meditations, you do empowerment, you do coaching. And it's I feel already like, hey, okay, yeah, I'm feeling good. Okay, I'm feeling good, but yeah, there's still more work to be done. As long as we're alive, there's still
there
more.
will always be work. But I think the big part, like today, I put a post on Facebook, and it was I don't hate, I don't
I mean, yeah,
wellness. What is wellness? I said, what is wellness to you?
uh-huh,
Wellness to me at this point, I am at a point I don't hate, I don't fear, and I don't hurt.
right.
I just forgive myself because I take it as a lesson for me, whatever I went through or whatever,
I posted there, and I forgive others.
and forgive others. But even if you forgive others, if you don't know how to, the bottom line is I attracted that, and there is something I need to learn. What
Mm.
is it, you know? And I think a
Well,
lot
yeah,
of,
you hit it on the head for yourself, 'cause to forgive yourself.
yes,
It's
yeah,
like, again, you thought you could save Dina, you know what I mean?
you
I
can.
thought, even with Larry, like I couldn't even talk about health and wellness for a while because I felt I didn't
You
save him.
were
I
so,
couldn't save him. And so
yes,
how can I talk about health and wellness? And I'm not God. I'm not saving anybody. Both of us have tools to help people go through whatever they're going through.
yes, yes.
Life, death,
So,
marriage, divorce, bump toes, cross-eyed kid, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Anything.
yeah,
We have to share. We have to
yeah,
communicate with somebody that
yes,
we trust, you know?
yes,
You know?
definitely.
So I
So,
do
you
know that
know,
and again, like, I'm just gonna put the plug back in there. Anybody who's listening to this, please, you can see, Yola's information is flashing along the bottom, as is mine. Make sure you reach out, just to say hello. You can find Yola on Facebook, and you can find me on Facebook also. So go ahead, sweetie.
what I feel is the stuff with your daughter. It showed up, and your mother, because she's in the middle trying to pull your daughter toward her. I didn't want to say that, but hey, I think she's still up here at the present time too, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel Larry, and this is Larry, skinny and bald head, you know, and he saw you moving forward in life, and he's it's like, okay, now it's time for me to move on, you know. So he's moving on, and you moving on to a brighter future, definitely, you know. And the most beautiful thing is the cage, and you are out of the cage,
Is that funny?
wearing wearing this beige light colored dress, you know. And I love that. That is really pretty. Yep. We can go on and on, but I am not. There is a faucet. It's a cleaning, probably. Something need to be cleaned up. A faucet, a big faucet. Faucet is water. Maybe you need to drink more water.
That I know. That's a given. Yes, I do.
Yes, and you know, I have to tell you, I don't do readings at night, because by the time the night come, I get tired, you know, and I'm up so early in the morning. And but lately I've been taking those packets, the Go packets,
Mhm.
and those are minerals. And since I start taking it, and it has only been a month, but the first 2 weeks, I mean, I felt different, but I didn't feel all the energy. But now it has been like a month. I'm like, my gosh, this is not me. I just feel so revived,
Mhm.
you know, so revived. I love it. I think it is really awesome, you know. That stuff is really amazing. And thank you for telling me about it. You told me about it years ago when we went down to Orlando to a conference, and Larry was with us. And you told me about it. I shrugged my shoulder. I don't need nothing. I don't need nothing. Well, you know what? The past 2, 3 years been horrible, and I mean, life all been horrible. But then you go through menopause, you lose a child, life
Right. Things
change.
change. Yeah, like you said
Yeah,
earlier, but there's times that we do need supplements, it's like,
we
you know,
do.
and I am a living example. I have not had my drink today. I got up early and I'm tired, and I said, "Well, I wanna go to sleep early because if I had it, I'd have energy." But I definitely have one, usually have one every day, and I put it in 24 ounces instead of 16 ounces of water, and it
Yeah,
has lots of vitamins in there too. But
it is
it also
awesome.
helps the mood, and this is funny too because when I take it every day, I don't get weepy, all of a sudden I was weepy when we opened up tonight. You know what I
I
mean? I got
know.
weepy, and it's okay to cry. Believe me, it's okay to cry. You say
It's a good thing
the
to
more you
cry.
cry, the less you pee. You know what I mean? And then it's also you don't won't get an ulcer if but to be overly sensitive, we don't. I don't know about you, but most Americans or most people don't eat as much nutrients as we should. We don't get it through our food. Number one, the
It's
price of
true.
groceries is so crazy. You can't even afford to eat 3 times a day to
We
able to
don't.
put all the supplements in this. So fortunately, and I'm glad that you're back with me in my business, in the business, and we're in the business together with the supplements. That if anybody's looking for any supplements that um, from laundry or soaps that don't have any chemicals in them, and
Yes,
and if need
shampoo. I
your
was paying 30, 37, $38 a bottle of shampoo, no chemicals. And I said, why? So I tried this. I said, I'm not spending this money. Do you know that I dyed my hair in January?
uh,
And sometime early January. And uh, yes, it is maybe the end of January. And usually every 2, 3 weeks, oh my gosh, I start to get white. Look at my hair. I don't even, I mean, maybe now it has started a little, but it took a long time. And I'm like, wow. And here I used to pay like almost $40 a bottle. I'm only paying $10, not even nine something. And I'm like, why the heck did I do that? Well, I have this. And then my hair curl, I used to put
your hair
mousse.
looks great.
I
Yeah.
used to put mousse for it to curl. I don't have to. It just curl by itself. I'm like, wow. What was I missing? Because I order and then I don't order, and then I order, then I don't order. And the clothes, Dina used to love to wash her clothes with the Moder uh,
Uh-huh.
uh, the washing soap. She used to love it. She said, oh, it smells so good. And even my hair, the smell of it, and it have the same smell.
It's clean. It's clean. There's no
It's
toxic
not,
chemicals. I can't go down the grocery aisle where they have all the cleaning stuffs. In fact, that's where we met each other. Remember we went to Walmart, we were by the toilet paper. Everybody was buying the
oh,
toilet
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
By the toilet paper.
yeah.
You come in this way and I'm going
I
this
know,
way.
and it's like, I can't those smells bother me, and that goes along with the fibromyalgia because the older you get or the longer you have it, you're more sensitivity to, the olfactory to the smells
Yeah,
and also, your balance, so again, if I don't have toxic chemicals in my house, I don't get the headaches and things like that,
yeah, me too. Me too. I
yeah,
can't
and
just
and
take
and like
anything.
you did mention as far as, the price point. People say, "Oh, I can't afford it." Well, if there's ways to get our product even by putting up a referral post without even spending any money. So, if anybody, wants to know how to look better, feel better, do the anti-aging, and again, you look fabulous. I've been up since 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm 68 years old. I don't really have much makeup on. You know what I mean?
I
People
know you
ask me if I
do.
had work done, and the bottom line is I can get up and down off the floor, and not hurt.
Yes,
But
yeah.
I want to put a plug in because we have a few more minutes before we're at the top of the hour. Um, because you mentioned it too, going through menopause, and that seems to be a little bit of our market. I'm putting a lot of energy into watching other, not our company, but other people that have some talks on it. And you might even know this because of you being a dental hygienist for all these years. Um, Us women going through menopause is when we start to lose the bone in our teeth, causing the recessed gums, right? You know,
It does, yeah. Hormones does affect it. Yeah,
right, right.
it's a perio disease,
Right, yeah.
and
So
hormones does affect it. Yes.
right, so if we wanna get without going through HRT, hormone, replacement therapy, the company just came out with last week after 3 years of research and development and then, 3 months of people trying it within our company, um, a very good, menopause product, which is only 2 capsules a day. I'm only taking it I'm really just in my first month, um, and I'm waiting for something really fantastic to happen, but the one thing that I can say is I've had the last few nights 7 hours straight sleep, which to me, I would go to sleep, 2 hours later wake up, 3 hours later wake up, and then wake up be awake for an hour and then go back to sleep, you
Well, I
know?
noticed the same thing. Even, I noticed the same thing. I sleep, I always sleep, but I will get up 2, 3 times a night, because I drink so much. To go to the bathroom.
Right,
I make
right.
sure I drink a gallon every day.
Uh,
But it is what I feel is I sleep. Oh my gosh, I said, wow, I didn't even get up one time, not even one time. And I'm sleeping the whole 7 hours.
yeah.
And I do sleep. And even I get up, go to the bathroom, come back, I go back to sleep.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but with this, I just didn't, I just slept right
Mhm.
through. I love it. I think this product is good. And I think, you have to be open to money. Sometimes the fear we don't want to try because the money. And if you don't, the way you think about money is the way you're going to bring it to you. So if you think, oh, I'm losing money by buying something, no, it is not going to come back. But if you circulate it, I am going to buy the shampoo that I love. I'm going to buy the go. I'm going to buy the trim. And whatever it is, $100, 150, $200, that $200 is going to circulate and come back to me. So next month I'm gonna buy it. It is the thought and it is the way you think.
Right.
So because
Definitely.
money is an energy. You have to love your money or your money is not gonna come to you.
Right. Exactly. This and
So
again, I've done some of that work too with the money,
some
actually
money psychology.
well,
Yeah.
it is tapping and that's a whole nother subject, I have Elizabeth Bone that does tapping, for money. Um,
I love it. Yes.
yeah, I think you were on one of her calls in the past too.
Yes.
And ever
Yes.
since we went through hers, and I have her in my YouTube library, I have had money coming in. And that's
Yes.
the first time in my life. Like the last 2 years has been okay, which is
Yeah.
good. I want more. I'm doing the mantra, money's flowing from
Yes.
all different
Yes.
directions.
Yes.
But I thank you
Because you
so much.
cannot hate money. It
No.
won't come.
It's yeah, you have to get through your whole thing. It's not money is the root of all evil. It's
No.
the love of money. You know what I mean? The more
Right,
money I make, the more I can do, the more I can help others. You know what I
right,
mean? Because
right,
I love the fact that I can give out free samples or give somebody something, today.
right,
When I first
right,
started,
right.
in 2013, 10 years ago, I was $1,700 a month negative in my income.
Oh,
But I found the way to earn money because I couldn't move. My joints hurt so bad, you know?
mm,
So, yes, I we could probably, like, we know, we can talk forever
I
over,
know.
yeah, for such a long time. But, what I'd like to say to those that are watching, and if you stayed with us all through this, God bless you, that Yola is available, and you can see her phone number on the bottom here with it's going back on the ticker banner. Get in touch with her. She'll be able to do it through the phone or whichever way for doing a reading. If you got something or curious or questions out of this, because we didn't rehearse anything, and it's interesting what showed up in the coffee cup for me, and it just gave me more food for thought. So I'm glad it's recorded so that I can at least go back and listen
Go
to it.
back and
I
listen
didn't take my
to.
notes. So is there anything else that you would like to say, Yola, before we end the broadcast?
I like you when you post this on Facebook, put my name underneath so it could come to my Facebook because it is not in there.
Right, it will, it will. It's recorded, and you'll be able to have this in your Facebook, okay? And that too, guys, you could take this and share it once we get it into the Facebook to be shared. You could share it along, and that will help us. We also are just, regenerating the Let's Talk Health group, and that's gonna be an open forum for anything about health. So, thanks
Yeah,
again
it's
for
not
joining
just
us.
physical health, mental, emotional, we put it all together.
And business, okay? Because I'm a firm believer, if your business isn't doing great and you're doing great, then we need to work on that, or vice versa. So there's something that's stopping it. So, again, and
Thank
thank
you.
you for doing it at night. I was not a morning person, and I'm becoming more of a non-functional at nighttime person. Get to my jammies. But this has been good. And once again, Chris Marcel with a health and wellness, and Yola. I can't say your last name. I do Abdu. Abdu.
It's okay. Abdu, it's okay. Abdu,
Yeah,
I'm Abdu.
Abdu. Okay. And thank you again, and have a blessed evening.
Thank you, Chris. Have a good night.